For over a decade, the world has flown under the comforting belief that air travel is the safest mode of transportation. The last major U.S. commercial airline crash was in 2009, a distant memory for many travelers. But in a shocking turn of events, the past year has seen a wave of aviation disasters that have rattled the global community, raising alarms not just for their severity, but also for their unsettling frequency. With 5 catastrophic crashes in less than 2 months, from South Korea to Washington, D.C., the question isn't just what happened, but why are so many tragedies unfolding in such a short span, despite decades of technological progress? The world has moved from safety to shock, and the question they are asking themselves is, why now? For 15 years, the U.S. maintained an impeccable safety record with no major commercial airline crashes. Globally, advancements in technology, better training, and enhanced air traffic control systems seem to guarantee our safety in the skies. So, why are we seeing this sudden spike in deadly crashes now? Argument: the sheer compression of time between these accidents is alarming. In the span of just 6 weeks, aviation saw more fatalities than it had in years. The public's confidence in aviation safety, once solid as steel, is beginning to waver. Experts are asking whether complacency, over-reliance on technology, or new global risks are at play. South Korea and USA have some of the most sophisticated technologies when it comes to air travel. But consider this: Jeju Air Flight 2216, South Korea, despite being a Boeing 737-800, one of the most reliable aircraft models, it crashed after a suspected bird strike disabled its landing gear, killing 179 of 181 passengers. And what can we say about the American Eagle Flight 5342 in USA? This mid-air collision over Washington, D.C. between a commercial jet and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter resulted in 67 deaths, a type of accident thought nearly impossible in the highly monitored airspace of the nation's capital. This begs the question, can technology save us all? This is a paradox of progress. With modern planes equipped with state-of-the-art navigation systems, automated flight controls, and advanced safety protocols, it's hard to fathom how such disasters could still occur. But as the recent crashes demonstrate, even cutting-edge technology isn't foolproof. Our argument here is, these accidents force us to confront a hard truth. Technology cannot predict every variable. Nature, human error, and unforeseen circumstances still slip through the cracks. Is our faith in aviation tech overblown? Are we ignoring the human factor and potential systemic flaws? Another argument for the frequent air flight accidents is the geopolitical tensions take to the skies. The modern aviation landscape is no longer just about machines and mechanics. It's intertwined with the world's political pulse. The downing of Azerbaijan Airlines Flight 8243 by a Russian surface-to-air missile is a grim reminder of how global tensions can spill into the skies. According to some analysts, this isn't the first time a civilian plane has been caught in military crossfire. Remember Malaysia Airlines Flight MH17 over Ukraine in 2014? But the accidental strike in Kazakhstan shows that even in peacetime, or what we assume to be peacetime, no flight is entirely safe. Commercial aviation routes need to be reconsidered in light of these emerging threats. These crashes aren't isolated to a specific region. From the icy wilderness of Alaska to the bustling airports of South Korea, the geographic diversity of these tragedies suggests systemic vulnerabilities in global aviation. Consider the MedJet's Flight 056, USA. This Learjet 55 medical aircraft crashed just minutes after takeoff in Philadelphia, killing a pediatric patient and her mother, alongside fatalities on the ground. In Alaska, the Bering Air Flight, a small Cessna Caravan, disappeared into the Alaska Triangle, its wreckage later found on sea ice, claiming all 10 lives on board. The argument here is, this isn't just a regional issue. The fact that these crashes span different continents, climates, and airspace jurisdictions suggests a global crisis in aviation safety. Is there a common thread tying these incidents together? Or are we simply witnessing the limits of human control over nature and machines? Let's know in the comment section below your views and analysis. While statistics show that air travel remains safer than driving, the emotional impact of seeing back-to-back aviation disasters can't be ignored. The public is beginning to ask, is flying still as safe as we thought? These tragedies have created a crisis of confidence in an industry once considered nearly invincible. If planes can crash in the most technologically advanced countries and in highly regulated airspace, what does that mean for the average traveler? Airlines and regulatory bodies must act fast to restore public trust. Transparency, swift investigations, and preventative measures are now more crucial than ever. In conclusion, we are at the crossroads for global aviation. The skies, once seen as a symbol of freedom and progress, have now become a space of uncertainty and fear. The recent string of plane crashes serves as a wake-up call to the aviation industry, governments, and the global public. We stand at a crossroads. Will we rise to the challenge, identifying and addressing these systemic vulnerabilities? Or will these tragedies mark the beginning of a new era of aviation anxiety? One thing is certain: the world is watching, and the skies demand answers.